I'm Mark Michelson. I opened APCO in Asia in 1997. One of the areas where Hong Kong is trying to emphasize is innovation now, and technology to some extent. Some other parts of Asia are already sort of ahead of them, including China and maybe Singapore in some of those areas. But there are certain niches there where Hong Kong can perform a role. There's a science park, for example, in the new territories of Hong Kong that's growing quite quickly, with a lot of basic research there from some large multinationals as well as local companies. There are Hong Kong funded operations that are just across the boundary. For example, in Shenzhen is the largest, I think, worldwide maker of drones. So a lot of Hong Kong's future also seems to depend on cooperation between Hong Kong and their neighbors, especially in China and especially in the Pearl River Delta. And that has, frankly, a mixed history, because sometimes our neighbors view it as a zero-sum situation, whereas others are more cooperative. Hong Kong's been a big center for container terminals for many, many years. It used to be the largest in the world. That's gone down. That's not a long-term business for Hong Kong. There's not much value added in that these days. So they've got to find other ways of competing in that space. But perhaps the biggest challenge will be a political adjustment, and that's domestic political adjustment. There's a considerable conflict between the existing government and those that oppose it, not just radical opposition, but those who just feel that it's not operating effectively. And governance in Hong Kong, the way it's put together, the way it's organized, has never really worked. And to be fair, a lot of that was supposed to be temporary. And as these things do happen sometimes, it's lasted a lot longer than it should. So there has to be pretty much a very significant government internal reform for it to work more effectively and to go back to the situation Hong Kong enjoyed for many years.